Okay, right, well, as you might already know, Lamia is my code name. Much of my personal information is classified. I may, however, be able to answer more specific questions. Specific questions? What does that mean? Do you have a pig and purple flying horse of destruction called Dave in your garage? That's pretty specific. Specific? How exactly? Good, I'm glad you asked that, Dougal. You know, my favourite color, what kind of ice cream I like. What turns you on? Oh! Whoa, Dougal, we're an evil overlord, most of mine, etc. Dougal, is that how a proper gentleman should act? Oh, well, if that's the reverse to a proper gentleman act, then yes, it's how I should be acting. Whoa, no need to get so defensive, I'm only fooling around. Well, fool around with someone else, I'm not one to fool or be fooled by. Never mind. Okay, how about this? Where'd you grow up? In the Empire, I suppose. The Empire, it's an awfully large place. Well, more specifically in Sanctum. My family lives in 2nd Ward. They have a mansion there. My father is, shall we say, important, so I have always received the best of care. I thought you said you disliked the Academy back when I asked you about Zoltan. Well, you could say I've always been expected to achieve something great. The pressure was never ending, especially now that I'm an Imperial agent. I often dreamed or dreamt? I can say dreamt. Dreamt of running away to the 3rd Ward and taking up some ridiculous job, like making clocks, but I never had the nerve to follow through. Yeah, some ridiculous job, like a normal job. But I suppose that's all for the best. I wouldn't want to be in your position right now. You're doing us a service. This job fits you well. You should abandon your post. You should abandon your post. The job fits you well. Fuck it, that's probably what you want to hear. If I were you, I'd abandon my post and do something more interesting. You won't believe the places I've been in just a few years. If I did abandon my post, Dougal, the consequences would be dire. I would, for all intents and purposes, become a fugitive. I can see it in your eyes. You want to do something more exciting with your life. Exciting? I do admit that it has crossed my mind a few times, but I must be careful to maintain my duty. Why are all the women in this written as, other than the priest, of course, alright, that's 2 out of 3, but why are they all written as fragile? The main characters so far, alright, they're written as rather fragile. They sit there and go, oh, well, I've just been waiting to be swept off my feet, and or I'm going to provoke you, or there's no, you know, like, fuck off, you know? Oh, well, what would I know? Duty? Talk about a ridiculous concept. All that matters is how you live your life, not helping others. After all, most people don't even care. Perhaps, but I've come too far to stop now. It'll take something much bigger than words to get me to do something that drastic. Okay, enough about that. I was wondering how you felt about travelling to Icebound. Travelling here? I didn't really think much of it, I suppose. Really? I mean, Icebound is a long way from the Empire. Well, we have our ways of getting around in a hurry. They are top secret, of course. So you didn't hear anything else on Megistus? The identity of Megistus is a closely kept secret, even from us. Probably because he's so valuable to Imperial security. Or at least he was. The Academy still refuses to tell us much about him. Oh! Yes, it's nice being in my shoes, isn't it? I thought you people were good at gathering intelligence. And he happens to be very good at covering his tracks. No, you just seem to use useless people like me to do it. So I'm going to get you anywhere. I'll bet that now he's escaped the Empire too. No one even knew what he looked like. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. So, Dougal, what do you plan to do if you get a chance to ask Faye about him? I'll tease it out of him. I won't mince words. I'll make him talk. That is such a piss-poor thing to say. But I'll fucking make him talk. I'll grab him by the neck and punch him, and then he'll release some sort of magical spell which will kill everyone around us. How do you think I'll get the information? I'll just have to force him to give it up. Force him? That's not exactly the answer I was expecting. All this playing around business, that won't get you anywhere. What he needs is a master to command him to talk. And how exactly do you plan to do that? He's far too large for you to fight him. Fight him? Nah, he'll probably be so awestruck by my commanding tone that he'll prostrate himself before me. Oh, prostrate. Christ, I was worrying for a minute there. That's completely ridiculous. Sit, stay, roll over. You're right, I have this sudden urge to do what you say. I was talking about Faye. He's an animal, remember? I suppose it worked on me as well. Remember what I was saying about fragileness? It's ridiculous. That's good to know. Maybe I can try it out again sometime. This is getting rather awkward fast. Can we cease this line of conversation? Well, it's getting late. I need to get some sleep before morning so I can use the best use of my time. Well, don't let me keep you. I need to rest myself. Have a busy day tomorrow. You're still not going to tell me what you think Magistus could be after in one of the alchemists. It's too early to tell. I need to do a bit more research. You don't know unless I tell you. Of course, any information you could find would help. I, for one, hope that this monster is just a fluke and not some insane experiment. I do as well, but only time will tell. Goodbye, Dougal, and see you tomorrow. Is she going to smack into anything on her way? Lamia vanishes into the shadows like before. I look around, but I can't see her anywhere. Perhaps she's been taking lessons from foreign martial artists. Suddenly, I hear a bang, and the crate in front of me shakes. I see a figure crouching behind it. Is that you? No one here but us rats? I'm reasonably sure that rats don't have an imperial accent. I'm more concerned about the fact that they can talk. You know, it was vaguely amusing the first time. You can't then do it again. I decide to leave the scene and head back to the inn. The streets are bereft of any people. They're all asleep in their beds now, not running around like the thief in the night. I hope none of the town guard on the graveyard shift decides to walk this way. Entering the inn, I drag my tired body up the stairs. It's daylight outside. Fuck's sake. Maybe one day someone might do night visions throughout the whole of the game. Dragging my tired body upstairs, making sure not to make too much noise, Isaac and I then settle down in our beds and drift off into a peaceful slumber. Am I going to dream something weird again? Yeah, that's a weird sound, isn't it? Love is peaceful, love is harmless. We believe such things to hide the truth. The font and colour being used, it looks like something out of a Fanta advert. Love is our destruction. Right. I have seen what has transpired. It was a miracle you escaped, but I fear that we are living on borrowed time. This has been the case the last few times I've been here. The gal, to turn their weapons into their own, I have no doubt that this was her doing, set up a full blockade. If we cannot recover the Azoth, then perhaps we can destroy it before it is used. Tell the citizens that others desire me to be removed. They say that I am incapable of fulfilling my duty any longer. I cannot blame them. She's some sort of pharaoh? I sacrificed everything to bring you here. I will not let them pull you away because of their petty fears. You are the only one strong enough to face her. Am I? Such power cannot be quantified in mortal terms. Mortal terms. When the time comes, they will realize their mistake. Please, I want to be near you, and this is why I must go. If I succumb to this irrationality, all we have created will have been for naught. All this time I was performing my research under the assumption that we could bring order to the universe, but I was wrong. The answer was right here all along if we wish to survive. We must embrace chaos. Has he only said that because I'm chaotic? 24? Probably. Day 3, the panicked prophecy. Are we going to be speaking to priest women again? Probably. Right, I think it's now our turn to see Zoltan. I wake up on my third day in Icebound with visions of forest monsters and clockwork cannons running through my head. I could really use something to take my mind off of all this insanity. Maybe one of the alchemists actually needs my help and won't almost get themselves killed before supper. At least Kimka did have a good sense not to wander into the forest alone. As soon as I have my breakfast of delicious hot berry pancakes... Wasn't there hotberry cider earlier? Wow, hotberry really get around. I decide to head to the job board to see what there's been posted since yesterday. Strangely enough, Kimka's already gone. You'd think she would have had more of a hangover. I'll bet there's a whole host of new jobs waiting for us. I bet there's none. Yeah, well, but again, there's nothing here. Yeah, I thought so. That's great. What? Freedom and weep, Isaac. Oh, wait a minute, Dougal, there's one right there. Oh, you're right. I didn't notice. It looks like someone crumpled it up. Let's take a look. He wants a friend to come play with him. Maybe Dougal is a friend. What is this? How does wanting to play qualify as a job? It's because it's Faye, you idiot. Wait a minute, that sounds like a note from Faye! You mean to tell me that Faye came all the way into town to post this note and that he can write? I can write, Dougal. But you're different! You're what's human! Faye, on the other hand, well, he had to start from scratch! No, because there's a spirit of him in a real human. He did have Magistus as a mentor. It's suddenly within the realm of possibility. Oh, wait, no, it was the spirit of the cat? I've forgotten. But why did he mention me? I think he likes you, Dougal. This could be our opportunity to learn more about the Philosopher's Stone. You have to be kidding. You know I'm not the fun-loving type, Isaac. Then force yourself to have fun, you imbecile. Our future may depend on it. You mean your body? I know you don't care much about whether I manage to find a familiar that might not exist. Hurry, Dougal, before one of the other alchemists decides to answer instead. This whole thing just feels wrong. Faye's so innocent. To try and squeeze information out of him like that is. It's necessary is what it is. Sometimes, Dougal, you just have to make an unpleasant decision to achieve the best possible outcome. I don't know about that. We begin to walk towards the tower, and I see a familiar face along the way, namely Heather. The priest, I thought as much. She seems to be a little under the weather, though that's only natural considering we almost ruined her sermon yesterday. She notices us and walks over smiling. Oh, Dougal, how'd you do? Fine enough, how are you feeling? It's fine, it's nothing to worry about. I just couldn't get any sleep last night, you know. Well, I didn't know, but thanks for telling me. I'd imagine all these worries must really take a toll. Whenever I feel too overburdened, I pass my concerns onto our beautiful goddess who doesn't exist, and she never fails to answer my prayers. There's certainly no end to your faith in Horus. Why would I ever lose faith in our benevolent, ever-loving saviour? Dougal, you should come to church again. I'll even prepare a special sermon for your arrival. Well, thanks, I guess. I'm not fucking going. But, thanks. I apologise, but I have to take my leave. We're about to run out of candles, and I would not want the church to fall into neglect. There's definitely a joke in there somewhere. I'll be sure to stop by when I have the time. Right now, we're on a very important mission. Oh, please don't let me disturb you. Oh, I won't. No, really, it's fine. Well, good luck with your mission then. May the goddess protect you. Put your faith in the light, etc. Heather tiptoes away, humming some sort of tune. I find her optimism infectious. It feels like today's the start of a good day. Oh, you've gone and jinxed it, you twat. We climb the long set of stairs up past the hill and see the tower in the distance. A figure can be seen in the field of freshly packed snow nearby. When I get closer, I can make out the shape of one large metallic object. What's Faye doing over there? Faye is sitting in the snow, making a deep humming noise. It looks for all the world like he is packing a snowball, which he then drops into a chute on his side. It slides shut with a clang just as he notices us. Dougal! Faye knew you would come. Faye just knew it. Did I have an accent for him last time? Probably not. He bounds up, running over to us. Is it bad that I've made him sound German? Well, I'll try it anyway. Running over to us with an unbridled enthusiasm. It almost seems like he's going to hug me. Before he thinks better of it and steps backwards. Faye, what were you doing with that snow? Snow? It's for... No, I just make him sound simple. The problem is the only German accent I can do is, you know, the German porn voice. You know. You'll succumb to my charms. You know, German porn voice, do you guys not have that? No? I want to do things to you that only require oils. You know, no? None of you ever got that? No? Oh. Wait, let me guess this one. It's to cool down your gears, right? Faye nods his head vigorously. Master says gears make friction and make the inside of Faye really hot. So Faye put snow in the hatch and get better. Figured as much. I might not be the best alchemist, but my observational skills are top-notch. Faye thinks Dougal friendly man. Dougal made friends with all the alchemists. If only Faye knew that I was trying to squeeze information out of them, I begin to feel a little bit guilty. No, I don't. I'm an evil bastard, overlord bastard wanker. Does friend want to come into tower? It's cold out here for human. Sure, it's bone-chilling out here. I follow Faye inside the tower, arriving at the main hall when I first met him. Where I met him on the first day. So much has happened since then, it feels like a distant memory. The gears, however, are still here, and as unforgivably metal as before. This tower is home of me and my master. Speaking of your master, Faye is sorry. Master say no one can see her, not even Dougal. Sorry. It's no problem really. You said he was sick. Is there anything we can do to help? Me not think so. Master said the only thing to do is wait. Ah, I see. That's unfortunate. Faye not sad. Faye knows master will get better soon. That's the spirit. So, Faye, did you really go into town and put out that job ad? Faye nods his head in recognition. This is getting really sinister. Really sinister. Is this a trap? I'm thinking it's a trap. The more I think about it, it's got to be, hasn't it? Alright, we're deciding on trap.